everyone, welcome to my video tip for today. I'm going to be showing you how I did this shimmery background for this tag. Now what's required to make this background is your tag, of course, an embossing folder. I used one with snowflakes on it, 2 ink pads from the same family, one a little bit darker than the other, your Big Shot and your pads, an applicator or a sponge to put the ink on the tag, some frost white shimmer, or you could use the champagne if you wanted. And you can either do this on a craft mat or on a piece of wax paper. I'm going to show you the wax paper method in case you don't have one of these craft mats. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your tag and you're going to run it through the Big Shot in the embossing folder. Set your sandwich up the way it should be for your particular embossing folder. And run it through. Now here's a hint. If you were making a card, it will fit perfectly in the embossing folder. Because I'm doing a tag, the tag is too long. So we're going to have to run it through twice. Now what I do is I run it through part way, and then I take and I turn the tag around so that it just overlaps. Now you can see where the other one ends and this one begins. So we're going to run that through and then we'll have a completely embossed tag. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. Now when you take it out, your whole tag is embossed. Well, I made a little bit of a mistake there because I have a ridge. You could be a little bit more careful. Okay, now you're going to take your lightest of the inks, and I'm using Marina Mist and Pacific Point for this one. Ink up your applicator or your sponge, and you're going to ink your entire tag. Now work it in really well so that it gets right down to the bottom cardstock as well. Now for this, I used a white tag. You'd have to be a little bit careful if you used an ivory tag as to which colors you chose to do your inking. Try to get your whole tag one shade of blue or other. Now you don't have to worry if it's not all evenly rubbed in, but you do have to get your whole tag blue. I think that's looking not too bad. Now you're going to take your darker blue, and mine is Pacific Point, as I said. Ink it up, and you're going to very lightly ink your tag. Isn't this looking pretty? Okay, now that's pretty good. Now for the very last step, this is such a quick technique. Take your waxed paper, and you're going to take your shimmer paint. You have to shake it up pretty well. Now you're going to take a sponge dauber, daub onto whatever landed in the cap, and then you're going to take and spread it on your wax paper. Now it might be pretty hard to see. It shows up much better on the craft mat. Now you might have to do it again. I don't think there's enough on there for me, so I'm spreading it out again. Okay, now take your tag face down, and I want you to drag it through the shimmer. You can drag it and you can rub it. The whole idea is you're going to get some shimmer onto your tag. Now I'm not finding that I'm getting enough, so what I'm going to do is just pour a drop. Not too much. This is a precious commodity. Take and spread it around, and then drag your tag through again. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, now I don't know if you can see that, but it shimmers and glimmers because you've only picked up the shimmer paint on some of the raised areas, not the whole thing. And it makes an absolutely beautiful background. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you get a chance to give it a try. Thanks!